there's something very interesting about the airline. Every time there's a plane wreck, they say, we will know when we get the black box. Pilot asked me the other day on USS, you know, Gregory, I've had you 3 times this month on the plane, and said, I just don't want to bother you, but I notice every time you get on the plane, you look in the cockpit, but you don't speak. Why? I said, I'm just checking the black box. Why? Because if there's ever a wreck that I'm on, and everybody's running to the emergency, I'm running, kick the cockpit open, and get the black box, because I know they're coming to get that. And I got news for you, baby. They're going to get something black, all right. You know what bothers me about that black box? You know what bothers me about that black box? Listen, in that box is tape recorder. Now, all of us have had tape. You looked at tape on tape recorder. Very thin. Matter of fact, if you took tape and lit a match, and as you start bringing that match to the tape catch on fire. Now, if a little match will set the tape on fire, I want to know what is it that y'all developed that y'all put around that black box that in the midst of 30,000 gallons of gasoline fire, it don't burn. What have y'all put around that box that y'all can't put around my seat? Y'all understand what I'm saying? You got to use your God gift, but you can't do that if your vibration ain't right because what you ate. My girlfriend down there in South Carolina, Susan Smith, white girl, killed her 2 babies, they say. I don't believe it myself. But I did read it, and it said, this Negro took my car. Now, it's bad enough taking a white woman's car in South Carolina, but 2 white babies, 2, that's enough to make you turn your own self in. Now, did y'all hear the news when it first broke? Now, 2 things let me know that a Negro didn't do that. Now, I'm not just saying this. I do a radio show in Washington, D.C. I said it the first time the news broke. That she said, I just go by what she said. She said, he took the car, and when he drove away, I waved and said to the babies, y'all hear that? I love you. So the white guy said, well, how you know it was a Negro that stole the car? Because she said that. Because had that been a brother in the car, and that white lady said, I love you, he would have thought she's talking to him. He'd have came back and got her. There was 2 things that let me know that she was lying. One of them was when they released the picture. I'm telling you now what happens when your body's clear. When they released the pictures, he had a ski cap on. And my God intelligence is not clogged up with bad eating, said, where would you buy a ski cap in South Carolina? Sure, they sell a lot of ski caps. How many times in my life have I run across friends of mine saying, I'm on my way to South Carolina to go skiing. But I know where the ski cap came from. It came from OJ. When you get through laughing, think about that because that's very important. The same ski cap that clogged the OJ trial. So to me, that means the same people responsible for that's responsible for that. Now let me run something down to you now. It's very important. And that's what scared me about you black folks. You know damn good and well that it ain't no white law enforcement agency in South Carolina that will be told by a white woman that tell the whole world a nigger stole my car and my 2 white babies that they wouldn't go out and crush black men's heads. Y'all know that. And yet not one black man got his head crushed, because had he, after what come out, he would sue for millions of dollars and the big lawyers would take it. Not one case. That means they knew something. At the beginning, I'm going to say again, that ski cap in California, that ski cap there might be connected. Let me tell you something else. When she put that car in the water, I want y'all to hear this good now, because you should have got it that night. If I go down to the river here and drive a car in the water, where I drive that car in is where that car is. That car goes right off that and right down immediately. They went in that water at that point 6 times looking for that car with magnets and didn't find it. Don't forget now, when you put a car in a lake, it's not out in the middle of the lake or down there or the current take it. It's right where you put it. Something wrong about that case. I don't know what it is, but I got a God intelligence that tells me the cops was too cool and somebody should have found that car. There's more to that thing than they tell us than what they tell us. How long? In a white, racist, mean, vicious society, when your dinner's in order, you don't tolerate nobody on NBC, CBS, ABC telling you about the black family. The black family done broke down. I never heard you say Hitler's family broke down. The mafia, Italian mafiosos, you did 5 movies, and it was damn near love stories. Not one of the movies did you question the mafia's family. You're not going to question my black mother and my black father, because there's some murders downtown. Hello? Oh, God knows I'm not responsible for the conditions that America imposes on me, but God said you are responsible for your attitude towards them. This brother walk up and put a pistol on me, said, I want you to shoot the first 6 people there, I'll murder your family. I and my God, through my God, is not responsible for the conditions that he imposed on me, but I'm responsible for my attitude to God. And if I decide I'm going to wipe it out, God said, you violated me, son. You violated me to protect your family. You just exposed them. Hello? Oh, these white boys in Washington, D.C. is telling y'all in the medical bill, don't get sick. That's what they're telling y'all, don't get sick. That's what they're telling y'all. And no better than what this sister done put together can heal you. We're talking about wellness now. Oh, you can talk about the hospital if you want to. Let me tell you, 43% of all white hospital beds went unused last year. Not because white folks in America ain't sick enough to fill them, they priced out the hospital. If they can't afford to go, what about you? Come on now. And if the hospitals can't go, they're going to start closing. There's going to come a day in the next 10 years that the only 3 hospitals be left be for rich white folks. And then where you going there? When God put you here, you had all your healing in you, all your wellness in you. You violate that, I violate you. Y'all better understand universal order. I walk down the street and see a hoe walking down the street. I know the last time around, she was a pimp. Oh, you're going to pay these dues. You put my daughter out in the street, pimp, I'll send you back as one. I know who I am. I know why I spend my life. I know why I have spent more time talking to you tonight than I have my 10 children. Because I've been out here trying to liberate you. I've been out here because I know this movement's bigger than me, my wife, and my family. And I know in order to be able to do it, I had to choose to be willing to penalize my family. And I did. But I chose to. I chose to. And in return, God gave me abundant health. Abundant health. I used to hear my mother say, I might not have no money, but I got my health. She not neither one. She dead at 42, talking about she got her health. Let me tell you, if you don't have health and wealth, you really don't know God. Because the same God that put you here controls both of them. And how it can give you one and not give you the other means something wrong. God, a good God. Health, you realize 85% of everybody died in America last year died in hospitals? Not taverns, not whole houses, not dope dens. That's kind of a bad mark on hospital, but why not? What's the symbol of medicine is a crooked stick with a snake wrapped around it. NBC asked me about 3 weeks ago, Mr. Greg, you've been fasting for about 35 years. What do your doctor think about it? My doctor been dead 27 years. God gave you a medicine. French, Klein and Smith, Upjohn, pharmaceutical companies, Eli Lilly, they don't understand God's medicines. God gave you a miracle drug. Miracle medicine. The only effective antidote for the poison of hatred and bitterness is called forgiveness. That's your drug. That's your drug. Sit there and wonder why you got arthritis, high blood pressure. You got to release something. You know, my man left me a woman. I don't hurt him, but I'll never forget it. Long life is a violation of God. Hurtfulness is on the flip side of hatefulness. And both of them send negative charges through your body. Oh, God's a good God. Brilliance. There's no more intelligence in the universe than sits among us. All people brought it. Mr. Greg, I'd like for you to meet this PhD from MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He wants to have a conversation with you. Yes, but I want you to show you this paper here. But before you do that, I want to see how smart you are. My friend said, oh, he's very smart. No. I want to find out as much. At MIT, y'all can make a missile that can go from one planet to another. Y'all can make rockets. Y'all can make bombs. But I want to hold my hand out, and I want you to make me a scab. Simple scab. Take the whole United States Army, the CIA, the KGB, the Russian Army, y'all the baddest things on the planet, but can you make me a scab? Oh, you got trillions of dollars. No. Can you make me a scab? If you can't do that, then don't tell me you have power. Scab? A scab is nothing more but the universal God force, and you can tell how healthy you are by how quick you heal. And when that scab comes on me, that's my God saying, underneath my Band-Aid, my healing is taking place. Wherever you see a scab, God's healing is right beneath it. Not trying to heal it, is healing it. And God has one law: don't pull my scab off. Well, God, how can I tell when your healing is complete? Oh, I love you so much, I'll do two things. Not only will you feel better, but the signal is my scab will turn into a scar. And when you look at your body tonight before you go to bed, wherever you see a scar, that represents God healing is complete. Ain't it awful they made us think scars is something ugly? A scar is God's work complete. That's what is happening here tonight. This is what this sister and this group is about. They're saying, don't pull the scab off. That's what this meal was about tonight. This meal, don't pull the scab off. We pulled the Jewish scab off, the Irish scab off. America's a mess. The Polish scab off, the Hungarian scab off, the Asian scab, the Hispanic scab. We pull one scab after another because America is so corrupt and filthy today, because America has never let it heal so we can see a scar. And that's what Nuke is fixing to do, is pull the scab off. But when you pull the scab off of a nation, you infect and reinfect the whole nation. And once that happens, it's one thing me dying, it's something else when you infest and infect the whole nation, the nation dies. How long? Understand your body. The day you was born, no bigger than that. You had 62,000 miles of blood vessels running through your body. God is a good God. Matter of fact, if you can take your blood vessels out right now and lay them end to end, it'll reach around this planet Earth twice with 12,000 miles left over. And as you sit there now, your blood make a complete cycle every 30 seconds, would mean right now your blood traveling 125,000 miles a minute, 7,500,000 miles an hour, 180 million miles a day, and because you know so little bit about it, they got you believing a jet plane is fast. When you understand the body, I got cancer, that's the warning. What's the one thing kills cancer? Oxygen. What's the one thing kills oxygen in the body? Salt. How am I going to the hospital where they're treating cancer and got salt in my food? God said, because you're responsible for your own health. You don't need meat. Everybody needs protein. A lot of protein in a steak. Cows don't eat steak. Matter of fact, the meat you eat don't eat meat. Matter of fact, you don't have to eat hair to grow hair. You don't eat fingernails to grow fingernails. You put the right minerals, vitamins, get the proper rest, proper sunlight and light, and I will put something in your body that will manufacture whatever you need. How do you know if you're healthy? What is health? What is health? It's a vibration. It's harmony. What is health? Oh, that's a healthy plate of food. A lot of harmony. Harmony. They never take something bad that nobody likes and say that's a healthy plate of food. They say, ooh, well, that's a lot. Health is harmony. Harmony with this brain and this mind in harmony with the universe. Let's talk about that. How can I tell if you're healthy? By the way you smile. You never smile, I know you're sick. Hit your hand with a hammer right now and break your thumb and you will not laugh. But I can tell when it's healing because you say, oh, let me tell you about this stupid. You start laughing when you start healing. Now I can force healing on me by laughing. Because when you get home tonight, put your fingers here, stand in the mirror, and then laugh. Now, if you're living with somebody that didn't come here with you, tell them what you're going to do. Because they'll drop 9/11 on you in a minute. But put your fingers there and do that. And every time you do that, you see it move. When it's doing more than moving, every time you laugh or smile, you raise these muscles up the way God meant for them to be, and you pinch a nerve, and that nerve drops an oil into your body that heals you. That's why they say laughter is medicine. And then after you get through laughing, frown and tighten up your jaws. And when you do that, you drop a gas into that system that destroys the oil that heals you. And that's why people that walk around looking evil and mean all the time. That's why black folks walk around. You ain't mad at me. You mad at a white racist system that you won't even challenge, and you keep it locked up inside of you. And that's what kills you, and that's what makes you go through so much pain. That's why you walk around with them evil looks on your face. I can see an evil look and know how sick you are. Know how unintelligent you are. You see a little baby in the crib smiling and laughing all the time. Don't even know, say, that's a smart child. Now, what did God give us? God gave us a body, but you have to get 8 hours sleep as a minimum, and God have no respect for your job. I made you, I invented you, and if you think I feed the birds and take care of the trees and the dogs and the animals and wouldn't take care of you, what fool I have created. What job? Violation to work at midnight. That's why they call it the graveyard shift. Graveyard means death, and they pay you more on that shift than any other shift, but it's the less productive.
Amen.
Somewhere. Hear me good now. Imagine that we found out something we didn't know. Imagine that if you take your car home every night, and if you let the air out all 4 tires and get it flat, that car would last 30 more years. But now it means when you wake up in the morning before you move the car, you got to do what? But now you could drive it without it, right? Yeah, you can drive a car with no air in the tire, come on. But what would happen? Tap the tires, right? Now hear me good now. When you go to bed at night, your body deflates. And when you wake up in the morning, you got to inflate it. How do you do it? You got to walk in the sunlight for 20 minutes. It goes through this retina and goes back and fills up that body. Any of you all don't do that? Okay? That's universal law. And also every color in the universe comes from the sun. And that sun goes into your eyes and goes through the pupils and goes to the back. And each color have a certain place it go and wake up and said, okay, and heals. And if you miss that, if you walk around with sunglasses, the color can't get through. That's why if you go where the super, super, super rich who run it, they never bought a pair of sunglasses in their life. I'm going to say this again. If you are not up and get 20 minutes worth of sunlight in the morning, see, there's a thing that happens 90 minutes before sunrise. Energy starts happening. Then sunrise. You all know what I'm talking about. You get out on a hot summer day early in the morning and you walk on the dew and the ground is so wet and cold, and then 10 o'clock you step on it, it's so hot. Where'd that water go? So hot you can't walk barefooted on that grass that was just wet an hour ago. There's a whole thing that goes on in the universe. It's called wake up. You can play your games if you want. You can go to bed, you can be tired, you can watch television, you can get up and not go and get my juice in the morning. The old folks used to do it. If they didn't do nothing, they just knew right. They would go hold their head out the window. Hold their head out the window. And talk to the neighbor. They'd be talking. Don't talk over the fence. They was in tune. They knew something was going on. They just thought they was being neighborly. No, it was getting my son's rays in the morning. 10 o'clock is too late. 9 o'clock is too late. It got to be when it first hits. You got to be there. And if you don't believe it, get any newspaper, listen to any TV show, they will tell you what time the sun rises. That's for the folks that know. And they'll tell you what time the sun sets, because you're supposed to be in bed 90 minutes after the sun goes down. And it starts recharging your brain, and all the sleep you get after midnight don't count. And they just start getting honest. And they released a horrible stat the other day. They, for the first time, told us in America more people die on the highway from falling asleep than drunken driving. Okay? All right? So I say to you, you exercise in the morning, walk, get up, walk. That's your prayer. Y'all sitting in some old dark room praying to some God. God can't hear you. You violated me. You're not in tune. Get up and go out and walk and move your arms and move around and stretch and let that juice come out and force them dead cells out. That's what good living is about. Y'all sit around bragging, yeah, sugar diabetes running my family. I ain't never seen anybody brag about sickness. Yeah, girl, all the men on my side, they all died from heart attacks. Sugar diabetes run in the family, high blood pressure because the diet run in the family. You eat the same bad thing that your mama ate, she ate what her mama ate, she ate what her mama ate, and when you have enough sense to change it like she's telling you, nah, sugar diabetes will leave. That evil grip that's been on your family generation will have to back and let them go. Your body's 97% liquid. Now that 97% liquid, 85% of that is water. There's a universal God force that I put that machine together. And if you think you can run this one on soda pop, you know damn good and well you can't run a car that you clowns made on Kool-Aid. Why you think I'm going to let you run my body on it? You will put in my body, not only did I make it with water, I gave you water for free. Not did I make it with air, I gave you air for free and fixed it so nobody would ever be in a position to sell it to you, and you still won't get up and get my air. You still won't go and breathe right. You still won't do my physical fitting. I will destroy you. I made you, I'll take you out of here. Alzheimer's disease, you older folks know damn good and well, you ain't never heard no Alzheimer's disease when we were children, and don't nobody else have it. If Alzheimer's disease just came from where it come from lack of drinking water, and these thugs in the medical research and spend billions of dollars and still haven't come over, come from lack of drinking water, and if you don't drink enough water, you get so dehydrated, your bloodstream turns into molasses, and you turn to a zombie. And your brain is controlled by God. And after you dehydrate, the brain says, okay, sends a message to the body, give me whatever water that chunk got left. It starts squeezing it out your liver, out your kidneys. And it's called different things. Any of y'all got lower back problems, that's lack of drinking water. Anytime you go pee and look at it, it's brown. If you haven't been taking vitamins and herbs that will cause that, God says you ain't drinking enough water. Anytime you pass your water and there's an odor in it, God says you ain't drinking enough water. And then after the final dehydration, it reach up and say, squeeze this water out your lungs. Y'all call it asthma. God called it squeezing water out the lungs, and people die from an asthma attack. Wouldn't die if you knew what it was and drank 6 quick glasses of water. The brain would release it. Harvard don't know that. Yale don't know that. And then what they do know, they lying. Big news the other day. Rockefeller University. That don't even sound right. Rockefeller University discovered a fat gene. Well, wait a minute. How come Harvard, Yale, and if fat folks was here before Harvard, how come it took y'all so long to discover a fat gene? Fat folks was here before Jesus Christ. So how come just now y'all found out that fat folks got a fat gene? How come y'all didn't know that? I mean, how long can you have poor folks before you realize poor folks don't pay their rent on time? No, the pharmaceutical companies realize they can't. You ain't never gone to a doctor for overweight and the doctor writes you a prescription. They're fixing to do it now. That's a trick. They're going to claim there's a fat gene, and now the pharmaceutical company is going to come up with some kind of expensive drug that's going to cost you trillions of dollars, and then 10 years later you're going to find out that they gave you the wrong drug and it got a side effect and you dead. How long? Understand the body. Understand what this body is about, especially you Christians. I don't believe that 68% of all whiskey sold in packaged liquor stores in America sold between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Who y'all praying to? How long? Understand this body. Understand the rest it have to get. Water. You got to drink 8-ounce glasses of water every day. Clean water, not with chlorine and fluorine in it. Chlorine and fluorine is good for you. How come when y'all go downtown to where the big white boys hang out and go up to the water machine, they ain't drinking tap water and their water don't have chlorine and fluorine in it? Thought it was good for the teeth. How long? I give this brother and I give this sister 2 brand new cars tonight. They cost $3 million a piece. And we're going to do something since we own the company. Every week I want them to bring the car in and I'm going to give them a brand new body, brand new engine, brand new wheel. I'm going to give them everything brand new except one thing, except a brand new battery. And I tell you something about all that new car I give them, once the water in that battery get below a certain level, it'll shut the whole system down. Your body works the same way. And those of y'all sitting here with all these hurts and aches and pains and sugar diabetes and blah, 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 all that comes from one form or another, dehydration. And you will never cure or heal yourself. Say, girl, I can't, I can't drink water because my body holds water. It holds water because it knows you dumb enough not to put enough water in it, so it better keep what it got while it got it, while it can get it. And so I say to you tonight that when your diet is intact and in order, strange things happen. And as we move into this Christmas festivity, We got a lot to be thankful for. The black family got an awful lot to be thankful for. We went out and our youngsters heard the call. But if you look at the tricks, you don't know it. This is the Detroit Free Press, February the 1st, Monday, 1993. And that story there is about teenage pregnancy. But old racist paper so dirty, they got a Hispanic teenager with a baby. That's all. And they're so dirty with me, they just show a black teenager. And when we talk about teenagers, y'all know who we're talking about. So we have to show a baby with that. But something funny happened when you start reading the story. What's that say there?
It says nationally.
Nationally,
a 31% increase.
A 31% increase
in the white teen pregnancy.
In the white teen pregnancy.
A 7% decrease.
A 7% decrease among blacks, and most of y'all don't even know that. Because they painted teenage pregnancy black and called it a nigger. It's white women. And that's who Nuke is talking to. And you so out of God's graces, you think he's talking to you. Information is power. Money is not power. Education is not power. Money is power. God made people. People made money. God had nothing to do with money, and people put a political system together only to protect their money. Oh, Nuke, I know who you're after. Boston Globe. Hear this good. Monday, January the 3rd, 1994. Front page story. What's it say there? Big bold headline.
Sharp rise in birth.
Sharp rise in birth to unmarried whites.
Stirs welfare worries.
Stirs welfare worries. Now, I want you to hear something, and I want you to hear it good. This is what the story says. The number of white unmarried women giving birth have soared by 50% over the last 6-year period, raising fears among academia and government officials that the resulting growth in the white underclass could cripple the federal welfare system. Them white boys is trying to save the welfare system from white women that's having all those babies, and you so out of it listening to them trashy news, you think it's you. And all these old slick white folks run around laughing, don't know Nuke after them. Hello? Crime is the same thing. Crime has decreased in this country in the last 10 years by 9%. All crime. You see, you can't get a true picture on crime till I give you population increase. We don't know if next year more people came to this dinner than this year until I tell you how many people showed up this year. If 12 people showed up this year and 200 people showed up this year, we got an increase. If 12 people showed up this year and 9 show up next year, we got a decrease. How do you count crime? How many victims per thousand? In 1981, there was 35.9 victims per thousand. In 1991, there was 31.2. It's decreased 9%. But they won't tell you that because they got to keep you scared with crime, just like they do welfare. They will not tell you that 3/4 of all welfare mothers, scratch that, 2/3 of all welfare mothers have graduated from high school or more. They got you believing they're high school dropouts. I'm going to say that again. 2/3 of all welfare mothers in America have a high school diploma or more education. You ready for this? Only 20% of welfare mothers produce children that's on welfare. That means the welfare mothers have an 80% success rate that their children will not be on it. The stealth bomber don't have that type of success. Hear me good now. Welfare mothers have 1.9 babies per mother. Married women have 5.6. It's obvious who's doing the do. Welfare mothers across this country, as an average, gets off welfare after 2 years. They will not tell you that. Then other circumstances, they get back on. But no welfare mother stays on welfare longer than 2 years. Because this is a game they play. How long? They got y'all scared of drive-by shootings. I ain't scared of drive-by shootings. I just hope what white folks tell me in the paper about them is true. Nigga drive down the street, 30 people stand on the corner, they shoot out a window, hit 2 in the butt, 1 in the ankle, and 1 in the head. You better thank and praise God them thugs ain't learned how to shoot yet. They got y'all so busy worrying about drive-by shooting, we ain't even say, oh, thank God they don't know how to use them. They miss more than they hit. And they scared y'all so bad of your own children. Oh, that son of mine, he might do something, he might snap, and he might come in here and hold all y'all hostage. And when I get to town, they say, your son's up there, he's mad, let us take him. No. Mr. Gregory, you're not safe around. I'll walk in here, he might go totally insane, and he might kill me. But one thing he'll look on my face and know as he killed me, that Pop ain't afraid of his children. That's what's wrong with you black folks. Y'all been reduced to the level of being afraid of your own children. Don't let NBC tell you them is animals out there. Them is your babies. Came out your black belly. Them niggas out there selling dope. They ain't Italian. They didn't come from Mars. They didn't come from Kansas City. They came out your black belly, celebrated Christmas, ate chocolate cake on their birthday, and are saying, God bless them. Go out on the corner and look them in the eye. I'm afraid they're going to kill you. They're going to kill you anyway. God say, anytime you reduce yourself to the level of being afraid of something that you birthed, then you might be gone beyond the point of no return. Go out on the corner. Your corner. I can't go live in Rockefeller's neighborhood, but I got one that's mine. And I'm going to go look you in the eye, and I'm going to say, my brother, if these white folk got you thinking you bad, go cross town in the white neighborhood and sell dope. You bad. The Italian mafioso brings it in, sell it to their children. You bad, nigga. Go over there to that white private school over there and sell it. How long we gonna trash what we trash? Turn on the television and Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, half the team niggas. But if we had the Morehouse fighting Negroes and half the team was white, even you blacks be upset. Why they want to call them fighting Negroes? What about those whites? Or let them go to Notre Dame. Y'all always want to protect a white racist system at my expense. What a violation. Always want to give a white racist system the benefit of the doubt. And you black ministers, bless y'all. Oh, you black folk better thank God I ain't got no church, because most of y'all couldn't get in my church. No. I would not tolerate y'all. No. Y'all can do it tomorrow. Get up tomorrow morning, put on a $300 outfit, $31,000 worth of jewelry, get in a $27,000 car and go to church and drop $2? No, we'd have a serious talk. But Rev, are you here for the value of my money? Both. Well, why? Because if you can give all your money to a white racist system and pay General Motors and all them Fortune 500 folks, but when your son or your daughter get hit at 4 o'clock in a drive-by shooting, you call me, you don't call Bell Telephone, chump. I'm the one you call and wake up, and when you call me at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I know you're not calling to tell me you won the lottery, you want to split it with me. So when you call me at 5 o'clock, Reverend Greg, my child, call the utilities company. Those are the ones you pay first. Then you want to come by and drop some fragments, but you want me to administer. No. Call them white companies that you pay all your money to first. Call them and tell them about your problem. I love you. I do more for you than anything. I'll feed you. You can find me 24 hours a day. The one black institution that we control 24 hours is the black church. Why don't y'all treat it like that? Sit around bad-mouthing and talk about your church. That's your minister. Walk in there and say, look here, boy, we're not going to tolerate white police messing with us. And if they bust us upside the head, we ain't coming back to church no more. You the leader. You go down there and tell them white folks how we feel. We can stop police brutality in the morning just with a simple trick. All you do is go out and register. You don't even have to vote. Let me tell you something. If 90%, if this was a little town incompetent misusing us, if 90% of everybody's room go register, this white mayor see those numbers and tell the police chief, say, now you know, if you make them mad, they vote me out of office, not you, so there'll be no more whoopings in that neighborhood no more. You couldn't pay a cop to whip you. You ain't got no mommy. You ain't got no mommy. We're here to protect you, not to hurt you. Oh yeah, they would not let you know they can't hit you no more. You have the power. We black folks deal with $688 billion cash. We got to start talking about entrepreneurship. Every black person you know got a broom. Why don't you start selling brooms to them? Why don't you service black folks? I went to a restaurant the other day in St. Louis, Maddie's Restaurant, been there 45 years. I do a radio show with Kathy Hughes. Black woman owns 7 radio stations, hired 250 black folks. Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, and the top 100 black athletes don't have that many blacks hired. It's that one black woman. It's about entrepreneurship. So I leave you today and I say to you, we have made a difference. Take care of your body. Get into your physical fitness. Sleep in the house, raise the window, because after 10:30 every night, all that bad poison in your lungs, God starts pushing it out. That's why your breath smells funny in the morning. And when you wake up and your breath smells funny, the funniest smell, that's God say, I push more out. But when it pushes it out, there's one thing that destroys it. Just like your white cobwebs out, that is air coming through the window. When air don't come through, it gets back in the room and re-enters the body. Because God never meant for you to sleep in a house. Anything wasn't here day one, you wasn't meant to have. So if you're going to sleep in the house, have enough sense to raise that window up, because I do some things. You use more energy go through your body at night while you sleep than in the daytime when you up. Just like you eat something, you go have a bowel movement, you get a bad mental thing. You dream every night to flush it out, if you know. And God will turn you on the right side. Why do you think you turn different ways in the bed and twist your body? There's certain vibrations I have to have to push certain things out. I do that when I'm sleeping. I make different types of strange noises. Y'all know those y'all ever live with somebody that drink heavy, they do strange things at night while they sleep. And don't hear none of it. Think you lying on them. That's that whiskey trying to get out. Oh, I'm so scared. In this Negro neighborhood, drive-by shooters. While y'all in the house worrying about drive-by shooters, if you look at white folks' statistics, say the #1 killer in America, smoking cigarettes, killed 400,000 people in America. That's 19% of the deaths. The second highest killer is bad diet and inactivity, 300,000 people, 14% of deaths. The third highest killer is alcohol, 100,000. Well, wait a minute. What about illegal drugs and drive-by shootings? Well, illegal drugs kill 1% and drive-by shooting kill 2%. So while y'all locked in the house waiting on a drive-by shooter, scared to come out, smoking your cigarettes, eating your barbecue, scared to come out and do some exercise, drinking your whiskey, you participating in the top 3 killers in America. Black folks, I'm so happy what this group is doing because you all listen to us. You've heard us. Since 1967, high school graduates among black folks between 18 and 24 have increased from 56% to 84%. And yet NBC and them want to tell you about high school dropout? But somebody's not dropping out. Morehouse is full. Spelman's full. Well, if they keep telling me about the black families threatened and the dropout, how these colleges getting full? Not to mention Notre Dame, Harvard, and all of them got more blacks than white colleges never had. How old were you when you found out you had to go to black school? 13. No debate. Oh, children. They'll take advantage of you because you be laying there being half slick. And they say slick me. We ain't going, we've been in white schools all right, we going to white college. Mother's wife said, what we going to do? Hey, baby, they ain't got no job. Just listen to him and smile and leave him alone. This nigga sound like he got 2 jobs. Sound like he got treasury bonds. They're not working, dear. Don't make me mad, I'll hide the toilet paper. You want a child to panic, hide the toilet paper. They think that stuff grow out the wall. And you ain't never let the roll get empty. They will panic. One of my children said, I ran, I thought a burglar was in the house. I ran and said, what's wrong? No toilet paper. And they hadn't even used the toilet. Lord knows what would have happened had they used the toilet. She found it out before she sat down. No toilet paper, no toilet paper. I said, come on, let's have a little talk. One day they get all uppity around the house, they get together on me. I trained them that way. Don't be scared of me, don't be scared of your mama. And any of y'all got some children that's scared of y'all. Anytime you get respect through fear, once the fear leaves, respect goes. You don't believe that? Ask them in the military. Them old hard drill sergeants that get respect through fear. I'm a little old private. And one day I become a second lieutenant. You better watch out. But that drill sergeant that get respect through me, through leadership, I can become a general. And I will always treat this sergeant like he's a sergeant and I'm a private. Y'all better be careful what y'all do at home. So one day they came to me and said, Papa, we want to have a talk with you. Again, as I leave you, I say to you, thank you to my sister, to the church, who have gone out of their way, because y'all really don't have to do this. Y'all could just have a simple Christmas pageant and sing Christmas carols and have booze and everybody feel good, and big old piece of some kind of rib, and send everybody home. But I tell you what, some of y'all might not like what you ate, but I tell you what, when you go home tonight, strange sounds won't come out you. When you go home tonight, your chest won't be burned. When you go home tonight, you take a love home that she put in your body. Garlic, don't let a day go by if you don't have garlic. Garlic make my breath sick. Well, can you smell cancer? Garlic kills all the poison, lowers the blood pressure. The strongest, best thing you can put in your body. Can you take garlic? People won't bother you because they won't be around you. They ain't around you now. And sisters and brothers, getting to losing weight, you gain weight because you eat. I don't know, I'm getting so fat, girl, I ain't eating nothing. And come by your house and eat a 7-course meal and get mad because you ain't got a diet right pop. Not at all. I remember when I first came out with the Bahamian diet, black sister walked up to me, she about 460 pounds. Nigga, never look at my dad. What that you got there? Look at me. I tell you what. I'm your sister. I'm on welfare. I weigh 465 pounds, and they say the best thing you got is the Bahamian diet. How do you expect your poor black welfare sister to pay $19.95 for that stuff? Black folks start backing up. How you gonna be scared of blackness when that's you? I looked that sister right in the face. I said, sister, I expect you to pay for it the same way you can spend enough money to go into Kroger's, A&P, and Safeway and spend so much money with them white folks and buy so much groceries you weigh 465 pounds. Now, if you give all your money to them white folks and get that fat, Brother Greg's supposed to knock it off you for free, you swell up till you bust. She said, you know, I never thought about that. Let me buy 2 cans, my man. Y'all want full of black I'll leave you with this. More adult black folk. As we sit here tonight at the bottom of the South Pole, there's an ice buildup of 2.5 billion tons every day, and they know the exact day this planet flips. May the 5th, the year 2000. That's why they put all this confusion out here. 14 miles up there, outside there in outer space, they building cities to try to get out of here. This planet is wobbling now. Get your body in order. And if you're not, then just have fun and have fun quick. And I say to you as I leave you, I thank you. I thank you for respecting the sisters, this family, this group enough to come out to say thank you. Because that's what you're really saying tonight by being here. Thank you for giving us a choice of life. Because the grocery stores give you a choice of death. If you don't believe it, leave here on the way home, go in the grocery store and pick up any product and look at the words ingredients. 15, 20 words in there you can't even pronounce. And you eat it anyway. And so I love you. Keep me in your prayers. Keep my family in your prayers. Keep this son here in your prayers, because he really wants to be about service and helping and healing the body with God's own healing force. So I love you. Happy holiday. God bless you. Peace be with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.